Hey there, today I'm going to teach you how to draw the mighty Thor. So let's start at the tip of his helmet in the middle of his face with a straight line just across the center. Then from here I'm going to flare out two lines. So from here I'll flare out to the outside of the helmet and I'll do the exact same shape on this side. So I'll put my finger at the same height and distance and try to draw the same curve, just like that. Then from here, I'm just going to draw the rest of the helmet in. Okay, so let's go up on the sides. So I'll draw two equal lines going straight up on either side. Then from here, I'm going to go towards the center. But I'm going to leave a gap here because he's got this cool little point on the tip of his helmet. So from here, I'm going to draw a curve that goes down and back up. And then here, I'll go to the center, the top, and then come back down. Right? So I'm going to stop right there with the helmet. I'm going to go down towards the face and just get all the detail in the face. So right about here in the midpoint of this point of the helmet, I'm going to draw a curve that goes up. And this is just the edge of his eyebrow. Then I'm going to reverse the curve and go out the other way. And from here, I'm just going to taper that point with a line and then color that in black. We'll do the same thing on this side. So again, curving going up, and then reverse curve going down, and then I'll taper that just like so. Well, this side's a little bit lower than the other side, so I'm just going to try to correct this by making it a little bit thicker up here, a little bit lower there. So then from here, I'm going to go at the edge of this eyebrow again, and then draw a curve outwards. Almost a straight line. And then I'll come in a little bit and draw an angled line coming down. And then from here, I'm going to draw a line across to join that point. And from here, I'll draw a half circle for his pupil, just like that, and I'll draw a black dot in the center, just at the top edge of that eye. Let's go to the other side and we'll do the same thing. So using my finger again as a guide, I'm going to draw a line that goes out, an angled line that comes down, so I'm just coming in a little bit here, and then I'll join that towards the center. And from here, I'll draw a half circle and then a point just for the center of his eye. Then from here, from this point where the eye meets the helmet, I'm just going to draw two sort of curves coming out. This is just for the bag under his eye. Okay, now let's go down to the tip of the nose. So the nose I'm going to put right about here. So let's draw a straight line across, just like that in the middle. Then flare two lines out, just like so. And come in, two angled lines in, and then from here on these points I'm just going to draw a little line coming in. This is for the nostril. Then from this point I'm just going to come straight up. Alright? Then from the edge at the top here I'm just going to draw a curve for his frown lines. Just two curves, just like that. Let's go down to the mouth. So the top of the mouth, I'm going to draw a curve that goes up. Kind of looks like a smiley face, but he's going to actually be frowning. So from here I'm going to draw an angled line out on both sides. Then from here, I'll draw a straight line going towards center, and then an upward curve just like that. And then from here, I'm going to go to the center of the mouth on either side and draw two lines across. I'll go about halfway and draw a T. And then from here, I'm just going to color the sides black, just like that. So he's got, his teeth are gritting. Okay, and then from here I'm just going to draw the bottom of his lip, the line going across, and then here, now I know that his lip is here, so his chin should probably go about here. I'm going to draw a straight line across, just like so. Then from here, I'm going to draw two angled lines going out. Now this is where the side of his helmet is going to come, right about here somewhere, so let's go ahead and draw two straight lines down the sides of his chin, just like that. And then these two lines are going to kind of come up towards the side of the helmet. So just inside of that outer edge of that helmet, I'm going to come straight down and then curve to meet that point. Same thing here. So inside, come down and curve to meet that point. Now from here, I'm going to draw his cheekbones. So from here, I'll draw an upward curve and come straight down. I'll leave a little gap here. So a little bit of an upward curve and line straight down. And if you want, you could draw a little bit of detail inside, around the outside bag of the mouth. So here, I'm just going to draw a curve just kind of wrapping around that mouth. And then here I'll draw a little bit of a cleft in his chin, just like that. Now, let's go to the side of the helmet here. So, I'm going to start up a little bit higher than the edge of that helmet here, and kind of draw a half circle going around on both sides. Sort of just below that cheek line. And then from here I'm going to come in a bit and draw a curve to meet the point of these sides of the helmet. So I'll go upwards this way, just like so. Now I'm going to go and draw a little bit of detail in the helmet. So I'm going to come up center, draw a point. From here I'm going to try to draw a line around the edge of this helmet, equal distance all the way around. So I'll do that on both sides. I'm going pretty slowly because I don't want to make any mistakes here. Okay, so from here, now I'm going to draw a little bit more detail. So just left of this point, I'm going to draw a curve that kind of goes in towards the center. Again, I'm going to use my finger and figure out the distance here. Come down, just like so. Now let's do the wings on the helmet. So up here, I'm going to draw a straight line. Okay, so I'm basically extending the side of the helmet up. And from here, I'm going to curve up. It starts to go a bit straight. And then I'll cap that off with a line. Let's do that again on this side. Straight up, making sure that I'm at the same height. Straight line across. So starting here on this side, let's go to that point. Straight down. And start to curve in towards that half circle. So I'm going to come straight down. And then come in. Just like that. And then for some detail, I'll go back to that outside edge and I'll trace just around, equal distance, and then from here I'm going to go straight down. So it's kind of like a trim. Let's do the same thing on this side. Come around this way and come straight down, just like that. Then here I'm going to draw, well, I think I could probably fit 3 lines in. So one curve, following the curve of this line here, 2, 3. Do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Alright, let's get into the neck area. So here, I'm just going to draw in a line because I'm going to put the hammer beside him. He's got a fist holding the hammer. So here I'm just going to draw a line across for the edge of his neck. Then just below his chin here, I'm just going to draw a line. And here I'll draw a line. That's just to show his throat. Okay, on this side I'm going to draw a large circle for the area that holds his cape to his chest plate. So I'll draw a circle. You could probably draw a better circle than I did just now, but let's go in and draw some trim. Just like that. And I'm going to draw in some hair. So here, his hair is going to be kind of pulled out. Just like that. So I'm doing sort of like a long sort of sideways S. I'm going to come in and I'm going to start layering in some hair. So here I'll come around and I'll kind of go over on top of that with an overlap. Come back. And then here I will swing that hair back just like that. Here I'm just going to start layering in some hair lines, just like so. Here at the edge where this neckline meets this round part here, I'm going to draw a curve going out. This is for the cape. And then here I'll come out, come down at an angle. Alright, now I'm going to imagine this cape is sort of tucked in behind this hair. So here I'm going to come up with a line. Imagine that getting tucked in behind the hair and up past that point and draw an angled line. And then again, here I'm going to come up and then just do that and just kind of finish off the cape just like that because I'm just doing the head area of Thor. Alright, let's go over here. Before I do the other side here, I'm just going to draw the hammer in. So basically it's a big giant block. So let's start on the side of the head so I don't have to overlap or get crowded here. So I'm going to go straight down the line beside his head. And basically I'm drawing a half a square, so straight line across. So you got the 2 sides of a square. And then from this point, I'm going to come down at an angle. This side I'm going to come down at an angle, the same angle that I did on this side. And then from this center point, I'm going to come down at an angle, just so that I can meet this point here and meet this point here. Right? And then from here I'm going to come down to the distance where I'm going to meet this. So let's come down like this and then across to build that block. And at the top of this hammer, it's got sort of like an circle. So start at the top here, meet the side of the hammer, and then from here I'm going to just draw a thin edge along the front, just to give it some depth. Alright, from here I just want to give that beveled look to the front of the hammer, so I'm just going to trace around the inside edge of this square in the face. So let's go down here on both sides and come across on the bottom and the top. So basically it's a smaller square inside a square. And then from these corners, I'm just going to join them, just like that, to give it that sort of beveled 3D look. Let's go into his fist. So here he's got his fist holding this hammer. So let's draw in the knuckle. So one knuckle like that is basically a curve. We're going to come up, like out, and then curve back down. So basically I'm curving up, and then down. And from here I can just curve around. And so the pinky, reverse curve a little bit, and then curve in his pinky. Alright, so from here I'm going to imagine the finger kind of gets tucked in here. So I'll continue a straight line and tuck that finger around. So there's an overlap going on here. Again, same here, straight down and across. And then this finger is going to be sort of pushed out a little bit like I have here. So I'm going to start from this point, come out, curve in, cross, and up. Right? If I want, I just want to put a little bit of knuckle detail there. And then for the for the thumb, I'm going to draw a line out in an angle, and come in a straight line across for the thumbnail, and I'll curve the tip of the thumb just like that. Do a little thumbnail curve, up, and then around, just like that. And a little bit of detail right there. Alright, now I can draw the back of the other side of this circle. So around here is where the height is, so I'll try to match the size of that circle, just looking back and forth, making sure that they're about the same size. Again, drawing an inner circle for some detail, just like that. I'm going to draw a little bit of hair back here, so I'm just going to draw a curve like so, a couple of wisps, just like this, kind of make that disappear back there. Actually, I'm going to draw a little bit more hair, just like that. And let's draw a little bit of chest detail. So the top of the neck area of his chest, let's come down with a straight line, down the middle, and do two upward curves, just like that. We could draw the bottom of the hammer here. Well, let me just shift my paper up so you can see that, just like so. Well, you're not going to be able to see that, but we've got two lines coming down, and then some lines curving around, just like so. And there we have it. There is Thor. Thanks for watching. Please give us a like and make sure you're subscribed. We'll see you again soon.